with obesity treatments, it's like, oh, you've lost 50 kilos, okay, off you go, be well. But obesity isn't
okay
something that disappears just because we've had surgery. So, I think that's something that we need to understand, and I wish more surgeons and professionals would stress that to their patients, that, this is not a we meet once or twice and then on your way. There should be some sort of responsibility taken when they undertake a surgery like that they're committing to treating this person for the long term.
And I'm incredibly fortunate in that regard. Earlier, when I ended up in hospital, I was surrounded by brilliant teams. My bariatric surgeon found out that I was in hospital at about 9 o'clock at night, and he was in my room by 7:30 the next morning.
What?
So, and that's 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I had my bariatric surgery. That's the kind of professional that we all deserve to have.
Yeah.
And even though I've had complications, I believe that it is probably it's a me thing. I've always been that person, and we're still working out, if there could be some other underlying things involved there. Yeah, it's just so important to understand that in order to, have that yummy good filling in our sandwich, it's important the type of ingredients that we put in there, and living the very, very best, most healthy life post bariatric surgery means having all of our little ducks in a row. It doesn't mean that we never eat foods that are higher in nutrients ever again. It doesn't mean excluding things. Actually, I believe that's pretty harmful. It should mean that we learn how to navigate our life in a really holistic and whole type of way.
Which also means that if we don't get to our goal weight, it doesn't necessarily matter if our life and our lifestyle has improved.
I would go further than that, Damo, and I would say that goal weight is irrelevant if we are well, healthy, and able to do the things that we're wanting to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think that while ever we become fixated and focused on a number, that can become something that defines us. And we can feel very pressured around. I mean, of course, we understand in some instances we for whatever reason we may need to be mindful of numbers. But I personally try to avoid them, as you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for my mental health's sake. I've found that works really well for me. And I try very, very hard to make sure that I'm looking at my life in a holistic way, not just looking at calories, or not just looking only at macros. I mean, they're a great framework to use to build your food life so that you have an understanding, because I didn't have any understanding of how to build my food life, and it's really helped me. But being caught up on anything is not good.
Yeah. It's interesting because I was sort of getting a bit down on myself because of what I saw as weight regain, because the scales are saying that I'd regained weight. But I realized that being more active, doing more things, my clothes size wasn't going up, but my weight was. And I've realized that, I'm gaining some muscle.
Yeah.
And that doesn't show up so much in your clothing sizes and all that. So, I fully believe that the reason for, a couple of kilos of regain is because I've been building muscle.
Is because you're out there enjoying your life.
Yeah. But if I only looked at the numbers, then
Cry.
yeah, it's cry time, and I've read everything, but you know, it's not all just black and white like that.
No, it's not. It can feel very much that way though. In those first 12 months, it feels very, very much that way. But as we walk the journey out and we become further and further down the track, um, I don't know, well, I've realized that it is really, really not a black and white thing. And learning how to walk this out is as individual as we all are.
Yeah,
And what works for me won't necessarily work for somebody else, but I really hope that everybody finds what is going to be a good fit for them.
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us this week.